Hey guys, Megadeth Jason here. Welcome to another edition of my Madden 2017 franchise. I apologize. After I did the Lions-Vikings video, I realized that my mic was off or disconnected, so you probably didn't get any audio. So just a quick recap of that before we go on to the next game. Bauer, 229 for 3 touchdowns and interception. Completion percentage was 77%, so decent game by Bauer. Giovanni Sally, 26 carries for 145 yards. Receiving, Rudolph, 7 for 121. Treadwell, 2 for 27. Stills, 2 for 43. Pinnock, 1 for 11. Applewhite, 1 for 14. And Sally, 1 for 0. So on that note, let's go ahead and get to Week 9. We already know that we're playing Green Bay. It's a home game against Green Bay in the true battle for first place. 5-2 and 5-2. Let's go ahead and get this game started. Hopefully we can pull off a win and take control of the division.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a matchup today where the focus will be on the passing game. The Vikings are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Packers, who will need to solve that secondary. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
Larry, it's the newest facility in the NFL, and it is a beauty as we come to you from U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. They run the counter now on first down, and he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle here to Rudolph. 8 yards there and a first down. They'll run with Allen. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
How many times do we hear from coaches, get north and south as a runner, especially in short yardage situations? I'd say 3rd and 1 counts. That didn't happen there.
Instead, they went backwards. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
So pinpoint, so accurate. Sometimes we forget just how good he is. We start to take him for granted because he always places the ball exactly where it needs to be for his receivers.
They'll run for the first time with Lacey. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way. 2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Everson Griffin coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And taken right at the 35. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. I don't want to downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a 3-down back who could do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who the makers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too. Nice catch by the tight end, Richard Rodgers, and, you know, it came from the quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. Some things just write themselves, don't they?
That's exactly right. Both spelled R-O-D-G-E-R-S, for those wondering.
There you go.
Here's the offensive unit coming out onto the field in just a moment. Randall Cobb, very good at wideout.
Went to college to be a quarterback. Discovered his talents couldn't be limited to one position. He's a 1,000-yard receiver every year for his quarterback.
Eight yards to go here on second down. They run it again with Lacey. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, they can do it all. Set the edge in the run game, make sure that no one can move it that way, and, of course, rush the passer. On that play, use his speed to get there in the run game.
He's got time in the pocket. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Well, that was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective, because they understood where the 1st down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground, and when the ball was thrown, reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback, and when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
Well, 4 quarters wasn't enough, my friend, and it turns out overtime is not enough. There's no PKs in American football, and this one is over dead even.
Can you imagine the teams in their locker room now going back over this game?
And tough starting field position here. They go back to the air here after the INT. He's got time. He's got a man. Complete. A gain of 32 that time. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
He'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd down, Lacey. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. One back is Lacey. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Charles, on the slant, you always need good ball placement. They got it there.
Brandon, the quarterback, put it in the exact perfect spot, right to the upfield shoulder of the receiver, and he used his body to keep the defender away.
They go play action for Lacey. Now Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
They come out here in the eye. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them.
Eddie Lacy, see you later. Touchdown, Packers. Eddie Lacy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And Rudolph has it left side. And he showcased. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So on 4th down, the Vikings send out Blair Walsh to try the field goal here. From the left hash, this from 34. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
Now after the made field goal, Walsh back out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And again, it's Rodgers. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. The Packers defense, they readied themselves here. And 3 points surrendered on the last drive against them. They bent a little bit, but they didn't break.
I like that, and that's not always wrong. We run into a lot of coordinators that talk about, well, if I give up 3 points, my whole day's ruined. Actually, it's not. Just giving up field goals usually gives your team a chance to win if you're playing good defense.
Yeah, especially in the National Football League. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And that leads to a Minnesota first down.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll set up a throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former. There he goes left side. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Zerline now for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touch. Mark marching back out there ready for the next possession. Here comes the Vikings defense. They're losing here as we begin the third quarter, trying to stop this deficit.
I used to play for a coach who always talked about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the third. They start the second half with Lacey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Fresh set of downs here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On first down, Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there. And that leads to a Green Bay first. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
Throwing now is Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about 26-yard line just across the 25.
We got heavy, heavy. Everybody scoot up, heavy, heavy. Let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
Let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Let's go. Brad 38.
They'll look to throw again. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Come on, let's go. Brad 38.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Hey, slow down, slow down. Come on, let's go. Brad 38.
Back to throw now on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Their big tight end, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
And he's not going to get in as a try for two comes up empty, so they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaquez Smith in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
26, 19.
Rodgers to throw on second down. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Nelson Aguilar, 85 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. I mean, he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. They'll set up to throw. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Come on, let's go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. One back is Lacey. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Over the middle here to Donnell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Finding time. And he fires one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Lacey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Surveying the field. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a gain of 7, and just like that, it's 3rd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, And when the offense finds an area that
Lacy hit. He lost the football. It's out. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. It's caught. Stills right side. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll look to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. 10 yards to go on third. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Lacy. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is fielded at the 7. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll give the Vikings a first down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you, Total.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get him inside. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And quickly they get to the line. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable but do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense, but that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Emerson Griffin in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And it brings up 4th down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. And now they're in the hurry up. And this looks to probably be the final play. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And he's brought down. Charles, we saw a lot of points.
And there you have it, folks. What a shocking comeback by the Vikings. They defeat Green Bay 38-28. That score is a little bit might not quite indicate how close this game was. Green Bay had a 12-point lead heading into the fourth quarter, and a series of bad plays. He fumbled by Eddie Lacy and an odd third down call on 3rd and 2. Green Bay decides to run a pass when I have one timeout left, and I think the 2-minute warning. And I scored 22 points unanswered in the fourth quarter. All Green Bay had to do on that 3rd and 2 was run it, and the game would have been essentially over. But I digress. They had another chance to possibly come back and possibly kick a field goal to tie the game. However, they had the Aaron Rodgers INT. Tough day at the office again for James Bauer. 7 for 13, 181 yards, 1 TD, and 3 interceptions. Philip Spicer comes off the bench. 15 of 23 for 201 yards at a 65% completion percentage, 3 TDs, and 2 interceptions. Rushing-wise, Giovanni Sally, another solid game. 15 carries for 82 yards, a touchdown. Javarius Allen, 1 carry for 4 yards. Receiving-wise, ball tossed around quite a bit again today. Kyle Rudolph, 6 for 64 for a touchdown. Bradford Penning, 6 for 108 and a touchdown. Kenny Stills, 3 for 49. Nicholas Levy, 3 for 70 and a touchdown. Quan Treadwell, 3 for 80 and a touchdown. And Jeffrey Applewhite, 1 for 11 yards. I'm going to go ahead in there, guys, and I will see you in the next game.